So what I had last time, I thought didn't work very well. Do simple. Wait. Do something interesting. That's too much. It's not true. Like a little Arthur over there in the corner, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Okay.
The sheet.
All right. So what I wanted to do is what was that? There we go. I want to go over some army slang. You said that you don't know it. You heard it for the first time. I'm really not sure about that. But we are going to go over this. I think again.
It is going to be again because we had it in the kibbutz. I mean,
Yeah, the kibbutz. Interesting. But in the Kahoot, okay, yeah, in the kibbutz. So this is going to be a fun lesson. If you don't know a lot of these words, it's going to be fun. IDF slang is basically still very much alive. So it's pretty like it's like very much ingrained within Israeli culture. So even after like a long time after you finish your mandatory service, this is still kind of like a part of your uh, part of your speech. So people still use all these words that they're using in the military, and it just like it comes into the culture. Okay, so I revamped the previous PDF. I will resend this one. This one has vowel points and also a transliteration as well, with a little bit of what it all means. Now, if you're hosting Israelis, I assume some of you are. Are you hosting Israelis?
not yet.
Yeah, with the baby, maybe not hosting.
Hopefully.
Anyway, but you are hosting Israelis. If you'll use any of these words, that would be really cool. That'll be like, oh, how do you know? Okay, so that's what we're gonna do for the first half of the lesson. Does that sound cool? Okay, all right. So the first word is after. So after, so we would say after, but it comes from the English word after. So it's a night of sleeping at home. That's what it is. So you are in the military, and you would usually get released about noontime if your commander is good and gracious to you, and then you will have to come to base the following morning. But right, so the morning after you report to base, so that's where that kind of comes from. So after, so I can get an after, or I am on an after. So right. Okay. Another fun word is a jobnik. Jobnik. So it kind of comes from like the word job, right? So it's a nickname for a soldier assigned to a non-combat role. And it usually, it really comes from this place where somebody who's in a non-combat role would come into an office like a 9 to 5, and it's like a day job. Nick. Somebody who has a job, right? Um,
Not said Goblik,
huh?
not said Goblik.
So there's the apostrophe here,
Okay.
so that would indicate, but you can change that.
Interesting.
Job.
Job.
Okay. Right. When somebody who is in KV, which is the combat unit, KV, so like, for example, you can say somebody who comes into your house, you can say, were you a KV or were you a jobnik? Okay. Ask that. And he'll be like, oh, you know what you're talking about. Okay. Right.
Question, so the, Gmail,
Even with an
with
apostrophe,
an apostrophe is a J.
it's a J.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good to know.
Okay. Now, a third word, very nice, galchats. It's so these two what we call gilshaim, these two apostrophes side by side, like oh my gosh, I don't know the name. Quotation marks. Okay, yeah. So this will basically say that we're talking about an acronym. So Galchatz is short for Giluach Tzirtzuach, which is shaving and polishing. So soldiers must maintain a neat appearance according to the IDF dress and appearance regulations, including shaving and polishing shoes, right? So when you're standing, like every day, you have like what's called a misdal, you're standing in line, and the like the officer that is in charge for discipline on the base would go one by one, will request to see your papers. If you're unshaven, you have to have a special permit, which could be a medical or religious. You have to look nice. Anyway, the whole thing, right? So to ask somebody asita galchatz is primarily asking if you polish your shoes. So for example, if you see somebody, maybe that person, and he has shiny shoes, you can say, oh, did you do your galchatz today? You'll be like, oh, he knows what he's talking about. Right? A similar usage of the word digum. Digum, it's maintaining a proper appearance in line with military standards. It's just like an overall kind of thing that you say about like just like overall appearance. Not just shaving and polishing, but also the way that you tuck your shirt inside your pants, that there are no wrinkles, like you don't look sloppy. And it even is used today when somebody like looks nice and like appears in a suit or something like that, like somebody can come and say, oh, wow, אתה נראה מדוגם. You look מדוגם. Coming from this word digum. Although we're not talking about even a military uniform at that point, right? So like you're already a civilian, yeah. Okay. Another fun word, distance. Comes from French, distance. It's basically distance between soldiers and you don't like you're not buddy with your underlings, especially not in the very first months of the military service. So the way that it can be used colloquially, for example, is if somebody has given you the cold shoulder, you can say, "Ah, ma אתה שומר ממני distance? What, are you keeping your distance from me?" For example, if somebody wears his sunglasses all the time, like sometimes you would say, "אתה מרכיב משקפי distance." You're putting your distance sunglasses on because you don't want to give away expressions or anything or in a distance, right? So something that's really is used within military culture gets transported to the everyday life. Everything's real life. Okay. Now, hakpatsa is a fun word to pronounce. Let's see if you can say it. Hakpatsa. Yeah, okay. Hakpatsa. And that's a situation where you're woken up in the middle of the night. Surprise, surprise. Get your butt in gear, let's go. Not fun. But for example, if you are, I don't know, like there are some people who are working in demanding jobs and they'll get a call in the middle of the night. Somebody will say, "Oh, asur hakpatsa." Ah, they made you an hakpatsa. Again, it's not like it's in the military, but something that kind of like wakes you up in the middle of the night and need to go right away. Or for example, your wife is in labor in the middle of the night, you need to go to the hospital. It's an akpatsa. Yeah, it's an akpatsa. And not in the military sense, but you know. Okay. Does this resonate with you, or is it, or we're not? Okay. Okay.
It's a good review.
You did a review. Okay, wasach. Maybe let's change that. Wasach. Ah. The wasach is a combative, operational look or behavior. Well, like somebody looks like he's a combat soldier. You can say he has wasach, right? So,
Appearance,
yeah,
appearance,
yeah.
not like a look that you would give someone.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah.
but an appearance.
Like you can say that if like Micah would put some khakis on, some heavy boots on, show some social muscle, like walk around and say, "Oh, this guy, he's wasach."
Wasach.
Or like in an army knife over here, like a little bit, like he's got the look. He's got wasach. Swagger, yeah. Yeah, that's a good, that's a good one. Okay. Chapshan. Chapshan is a fun word. And by the way, something that I should say before this, so jobnik, there are a few ways to use this word. Sometimes this word is used to kind of look down on someone else. So for example, combat soldiers would look down on somebody who clocks in and clocks out every day. And so it'll say, the stam jobnik, you're just a jobnik, right? But sometimes jobnikim will talk, will recognize that, like we're not really there. We're just passing on papers, or just job making. Not like necessarily in a bad sense. But it could be used in kind of like a derogatory, but not necessarily not all the time.
So I have a question on that. So one of the girls that we worked with on produce field, like she had a medical condition. And I wonder if she didn't have a job. Like, is that possible where she was given something that was, she, for her military service, she did something much more like a daily, just like a. But she may have been still on base, but would that have been a job, Nick, or was that just something?
So, it depends on what you did. Like sometimes they don't enlist these people. They give them what's called a year of service, Shnat Shehut. So that's kind of like, they would do some community work somewhere. Or like about a year, and that basically exempts them from their obligation to serve there. It's kind of like substitute. Okay. Another fun word, Chavshan, is a soldier who does the bare minimum and only when it's explicitly asked. And even that, not very fast. So if you want to say, I don't know, somebody is in Shepherd's Cup is just dragging their feet over there. That's the Chavshan, huh? Or like you catch them like this, like and he's like when like somebody wants a coffee or croissant. The Chavshan? What are you, a Chavshan? Yeah. It comes from Chofish, which is the freedom, or the other use, vacation, for example. Like, are you on vacation? Anyway, there's some of those in every organization, especially larger ones.
Even families sometimes.
Especially bigger families. Is Grant a Chavshan? No.
Most 10-year-olds are not. Had enough of them to know.
All right. This is another fun word to pronounce. Leshavtzel. Leshavtzel. Yes, might be good. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So leshavtzel is to upgrade, to improve equipment during basic training or service, such as making a vest, beret, or whatever else you have. It's basically to take something from its basic form and just make it look a little cooler. That's still acceptable in terms of like military service. And so, like, you would get a gun, but like you can put a scope on, or you can put like some sleeves on, or like caps or covers, or like patch up the strap, like lots of stuff. And so like usually the officers would have like neshik, like neshik means weapon, meshuftzal, an upgraded weapon. So they'll have a whole bunch of stuff attached to it. Right. But it could also be your beret that looks like a dead cat would you get it for the first time, like from the. So like you have to do things to it to kind of like make it like look nice. You have to like torch it, and then you have to like roll it and put it in water to kind of get it into shape. Like there's different things that you can do like to make it look presentable. And so there'll be the mark of somebody who's been in the military a little longer than, because they don't have, or they don't know how to לשפצר their equipment. But again, this is another word that can be used for like even in the vernacular, right? If you want to לשפצר your house, you have a boring kitchen. So לשפצר את המטבח. I want to upgrade my mטבח. Maybe put another toaster on it. Maybe change, you know. לשפצר. Okay. Good. Great. Now this is another one. Very. You know, Madei Aleph and Madei Bet is a dress uniform, and Madei Bet will be a work uniform. So different. The Air Force will have the beige. And the Navy will also have a beige dress uniform. Like they actually have a Madei Aleph Aleph. They have a completely white dress uniform that they wear maybe like a couple times like in a year. So like it's extremely rare to wear. But the Navy only has those, like the Aleph Aleph. The rest have the Aleph and Bet. When they Bet is what you wear on base, is what you wear on anyway. But that is still what we would say if, let's say, I'm going to paint my house, and like when you paint, you take your junk clothes and you put them on. You would still say, "אני עולה על מדי ב'." I'm getting in my מדי ב', in my work uniform.
Interesting.
We'll still use that kind of.
Okay.
Madim is uniform. Madei is the kind of like qualifying. Okay. Mu'al is basically the Hebrew word for poison. Yeah, so it's like saying like he has poison in his eyes, he's really on fire for whatever he's doing. And mu'al. Yeah, and you can be mu'al not just in the military, you can be mu'al as a soccer fan. Right? Or you can be mu'al as somebody who's very dedicated to his job.
Focused.
Or you can be a mu'al missionary.
Focused or like obsessed.
It's probably kind of obsessive, I want to say. Yeah. Okay, here's another fun word, hazamnik. Yeah, so hazam comes from, if you see the Gilshine over there, between the letters Zayin and Mem, you know that it is an acronym of Perek Zman Mamoushach, an extended period of time. So somebody who's a hazamnik has always been an extended period of time, maybe a third year, or usually after 2.5 years, it's like, okay, I like Europe and something. Okay. Here's another fun one. Brisa. Say brisa. Brisa. Good. Now, brisa is just the distribution of it outside of that. Yeah. But when you're going hiking with the guys and you're getting food out, you're doing brisa. But but you're not in the military anymore, but you're still using the same words. Okay, it's like we're doing plisa. Tahov, that's somebody who goes above and beyond, right? Not very like not in a very good way. Like people usually use that term in kind of like a derogatory way, like saying, okay, like you are going over and beyond what you're supposed to do. Like, what's wrong with you? Just do what you're told and just, just stop right there. Right? But like it'll be usually the very young officers who'll just finish the academy, and it's like, ugh, it's like, look, it's just you like it gives you the ick, right? Because they like brainwash them over there, and they come and they like think they can change the world and change everybody else. Anyway, so you call them like Tahoe,
So that's a color.
yellow, yeah.
That's a color. Yeah, what,
I am actually not sure. I actually am not sure.
What do you mean?
He's not sure.
It's a whole-
What the relation
the whole
is.
is a color, yellow, so I was just curious.
Yeah,
like why
it's
the
like for yellow.
color yellow is assigned.
Oh, yeah, example.
Yeah. Sure, exactly. There's a reason, I'm sure, but
Is it a power thing for this, like, is it a power? Like, because it's a derogatory thing, is it like? It's not someone that's like super responsible, but like maybe like overly responsible? Or is it more of a power thing?
no, it's not a power thing really. It's more it's being looked down upon because you make all of us look bad. You're so
Because of the requirements that they would place on you?
They just come in energized because they just have been kind, so they come
Oh.
up with all these dreams.
Oh, so they
visions,
have
it's
so
just
many.
changing things. Everybody's been on base for a while, and they just like.
Chill.
You're going above and beyond, just like.
Yeah.
Including doing just
like
Is that, am I explaining it right?
like it's especially if you have some sort of authority over other people, it means that you're probably going to require more of the people that are under you. You are creating more work for other people.
Oh, that way. Like if you come in with authority.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you're creating unnecessary noise, unnecessary work. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Another fun one, Shavuos. So, like I can say about rent, the Shavuos, you are Shavuos on a Monday morning. Because you had this amazing weekend, you're playing soccer, you were I don't know, hanging out with your friends, and now it's time for school. And you're Shavuos.
Shovels.
Okay. It's not only at heart, soldier who complains excessively, but he is also a little bit depressed. And there is this sort of term that's called Shvizut Yom Aleph. So the kind of like the Sunday blues, if you can say it, right? Because you have been away for like weekend and you're home and you're having fun with your friends and you can wake up whenever you wanted and do whatever you want, and now you're in base again. Ugh, I know, and you feel like, and like especially if you have like 2 more years of this, and you're like, ugh, and you're all shavus. And again, and this word is still kind of used today, like somebody who's just sad and depressed, and you say like, "Lamata shavuz? Why are you shavuz?" So like, if you have a guest that feels sad, you can say, "Why are you shavuz?" And we're like, "Oh, he knows what he's talking about." Okay, just a couple more here. Shokist or Pa'ul is a soldier who is still in a prolonged adjustment phase to a new framework. So shokist is from the word shock. So the soldier's in shock. And he goes everywhere like this. And everything's like, he's in a state of shock, right? So like that's a way to kind of And also pa'o is another way of saying it. It's usually any soldier that's young is going to be nicknamed pa'o or shukis by somebody who is longer, like longer in service. So pa'o is probably comes from this. So like pa'o is like gaping. So it's like to say he is like in shock that goes with his mouth open. Not the pa'o, like why are you a pa'o?
Do they use that for people who still don't ever quite snap out of it? For instance,
Yeah.
like, okay. You know, I think they'll probably be similar to us saying it's a rookie mistake or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, okay.
For sure, for sure. Tash. Oh, I don't have the transliteration. So Tash is short for Tna'ei Sherut, service conditions. And this is a department that's focused on assisting soldiers with, I don't know, if they have family issues, if they have financial difficulties at home, they will have things that will be given to them more times at home or a working permit or like different conditions, different service conditions. But this word is used as like something that you can have or not have. So when I have Tash, like I'm golden. Like I have Tash, like I have, I don't know, maybe I am promised 2 off-tails a week instead of 1. So I get 2 off-tails, 2 afterim, שתי afterim בשבוע in a week. It means that I have Tash. Like I got the Tash, guys. I got the Tash. Or that like I can go home every weekend, like not like every other weekend, and not like once a month or something like that. Like depending on whatever I'm serving. I'm going every weekend. I'm home. I have the Tash. But if I am stuck in base for 23 days, and I don't go home once, and I have to reverse my underwear like halfway through, then I do not have Tash. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you learned a little bit. Mika, what did you think about that? I saw your face in the beginning and then I didn't. I didn't know how you were reacting to it.
I was just taking it in. This was new to me, so
Okay.
some of it sounds like, I mean, I can see the slang like based on some of the English terms, so that's kind of helpful. But yeah, I'm just taking it in.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't just, I was seeing a black square, so I don't know if you made this face or that face or I don't know. Okay. Let's do something really fun. Yes. Oompa Oompa. Okay. So, the letter Chet will try to speed up a little bit on this curriculum. I want to finish it already so that we can get to some more stuff. Try to press on the gas pedal a little bit. Okay. Assignment for you for next week I want you to use all of your brain power that you can. I'm going to send you the IDF slang, and I need you to write 3 sentences in Hebrew using any word you pick. Just pick a word and craft a sentence with it. Something simple. You don't need to write that in like short story. Just
Use one word. in
yeah,
three
just like
sentences.
saying like galchatz and like use it in a sentence.
Take 3 of those words and make a sentence with each one.
Yes. Yes, please. All right.
Can you send that PDF?
I will, of course. Yes, you will get it. Yeah, look. Okay, awesome. All right, so this is the letter chet. Chet as in chuppah. Right? Say chet. Chet. Yes. Thanks much. Sorry. That's distracting. Okay, that's silly. Okay. Chet and you know the vowels. Ha ha he 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 ho 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 ho. Very funny.
Does it have a little scraping? It's not just a, it is a.
Yeah, so the ha will be the hey.
Okay, so
Right.
it says a little.
So Elohim,
Yes.
right? Elohim. Or aha, ahava. Right? But this is it comes from the top of your mouth a little bit. Okay. Let's take a stab at it. Brent, since you pronounce it so well, let's try and do number 2.
Aloha. Hadasha. Echa. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Chaim.
Chaim.
Chaim. Aval. Hakam.
Okay, you said hakam, but you can say chacham because there's no dagesh inside the kaf, right? So with the dagesh, it would have been hakam. Without it, it's the same as the chet that you're reading. So chacham.
Chacham. Shachar. Shachari.
Yeah, shachari.
Shacharit.
Yes.
Lehol.
Yes. Good. Yeah, this it has bits of it that make sense, but bits of it that are not. So, like, we're not going to translate it just yet. Let's do. So, for example, you said chavera chadasha. So let's jump to number 5. Chavera chadasha. So chavera means friend, female friend. Chavera. Chadasha means new. Chavera chadasha, new friend. Okay. All right. So number 6. Mary Ellen, sorry.
Abaway, Amar, Ana, Be, Ba, Hadasha.
Wait, how about this one? Can you do that one again?
Oh, yeah, Hine,
Yes.
Hine, Ha, Be, Wa, Hadasha.
Yes. So, Hamore Amar, do you know what that means?
The teacher said?
Yes. So Hine is here.
Here. Here is, Here's a new friend.
Yes, great. Mike, do you want to take a stab at 7?
Shem. Aha. Oh. Wa. Ha. 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 Wa.
Havana.
Ha. Vera. Ha. Ha. Ha.
Yeah.
Sha.
Yes.
Hana.
Hana. Yes. All right, so Shem, do you remember that
Name.
name? So Havana Hadashah, Marilyn already said is a new friend, right? Okay, it's a new friend, Havana. So the name of the new friend is Hana.
Hana.
All right, nice.
Hana. It's Hana, not Hana. Like in English, it would be
Yeah, I guess English would be Hannah.
Hannah,
Yeah,
but this is Hana.
yeah,
Okay. It's interesting.
yeah, but it is the same name. It is the same. What's that?
Havera,
Uh,
Hana, Vida, no,
yes, good. Okay.
without the dagesh, it's ha, right? Not ha. No.
Yeah.
Without the dagesh. Did I do that
Ha.
right?
Yes, that's right.
So with the dagesh, it's ka.
Yes, that's right. Okay. So Chadara we know, right, is
Friend.
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 Anna. Amida, do you remember?
Is student, female student.
That's right. Last word. Do you remember? Chachama?
Mind.
Smart.
Smart.
Yeah.
Friend.
And now try to piece it together.
Friend Hannah. The student is smart.
It's a smart
My friend is a
student.
smart
There we
student.
go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one way of doing it is, translating it as literally as you can. Like sometimes it's easier to do that on paper.
Mhm.
When you see the English words on the paper, you can start combining them, and maybe that's a practice you want to do.
Mhm.
But yes, the friend Hannah, student smart. It's like caveman talk. Friend Hannah, student smart. It's like we kind of like
Yeah.
but like from like caveman talk, you can kind of like go back and say, okay, the friend Hannah is smart. Right. Okay. Nico, try to do number 9.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
Hana. Lomid. Is that Lomided?
Lomedet.
And then Hamish.
Okay, so this is who that's right, but this is a kamatz. Do you remember the sound it makes?
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Hamaish.
Wait,
Wait.
so you said who, and then this is an with an
Uh-huh.
so huma, and then
That's a shin, right? So it's a
yeah,
sh.
it's silent. Yeah, it's just silent.
Okay. Oh, got you.
So humash.
Umash. Okay.
Yes.
I was getting confused with the dot on top because I wasn't sure if I had to combine like the.
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one signifies if it's a shin or a sin.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Got you. Okay. Humash.
yeah. But like even so, like you wouldn't necessarily find it. So 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 the structure would be consonant, vowel, consonant. It won't be a consonant, vowel, vowel. Like you will not find that. So that's something that's going to give you like a hint, like the vowels will not follow each other.
Mhm.
There has to be a consonant before that,
Okay.
right? If that makes sense.
Think so.
Okay. So Hana is doing what? Do you remember that? The verb? Lomedet?
Did. Uh, I'm trying to remember what lomed means.
Uh-huh.
It's escaping me.
Okay. So Hannah is studying.
You're right.
Now, this word Chumash.
That's a type of book, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, that's right. Now, what word is it similar to? Does anybody can answer? Okay, what number is it similar to?
5.
5. So what is Hannah's, and so if it's 5, what is Hannah studying? Torah.
Torah.
Yeah, Torah, that's right. So the Chumash is the 5 books. It's like the 5 books of Moses.
Hmm.
All right.
Hmm.
Fantastic.